Hi Sam, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. So before we jump in, I just want to touch base. I sent the confidentiality form your way. I just want to make sure that you received it and that you took a look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just you super quickly go over it. Anything that you say in session is confidential unless you really indicate that you intend on harming someone else or yourself. In that case, that information is going to go up, but it will never go out. Everything aside from that, it will always just be between you and I. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Phenomenal. All right. What is up? What brings you in today?
So I've just been feeling a little bit anxious because I basically kind of recently got out of a very intense like toxic marriage and like last October and I have been dating someone new. And he actually is about to move out of sober living and into his own apartment. And I've just been nervous about how that feels like a new phase in our relationship. And we'll probably have more time together, which is good. But then I'm also nervous about eventually the potential for us moving in together.
Oh, you're really jumping already.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm just
you're,
thinking about everything that's coming.
yeah,
Yeah.
condensed, very condensed. So he hasn't even moved out yet, and you're having anxiety about moving in with him.
Yeah, I think just because I know that like it's not like it's a super serious expectation, but I know that like, we've talked about that eventually, after he's been living on his own for a bit, like the plan is that if all goes well, I'll move in with him. And just knowing that that's an expectation even on that level has been stressing me out.
Okay. Um, I think that makes a lot of sense for you. Like, as you just described to me, I just got out of a toxic marriage.
Yeah.
Um, so I understand your apprehension around it, but at the same time, is that something that you necessarily want?
I think it is something that I want. I want to feel more certain about it before it happens. And I haven't really seen him live on his own yet. I'm not allowed in the sober house and stuff like that. So um I think I'm anxious that I won't feel that certainty, that it won't go well or something.
Yeah, no, of course, because you have your own life and your own expectations, and that this isn't uncertain. And I'm sure he's built a great foundation. And if he's in the sober house, he has his like safeguards around him. And it's
Mhm.
nerve-wracking watching someone take the training wheels off and just hoping that they don't fall.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And you could be there right beside them with your hands out and going like, oh gosh, or you can just sit back and keep yourself safe and see what happens.
Yeah, that's very true.
Mm. My question for you, Sam, is I want to know a little bit more about your relationship with your boyfriend, just so I can like kind of gauge it more. But have you guys spent a long amount of time together? Like, have you gone on a trip yet? Does he come and sleep over? Like, what's the longest amount of time you've spent with him?
Um, he has come over. I'm living with my parents right now, and he's spent like the weekend here. So like Friday night, Saturday night. And actually he has spent like Sunday night before, and then I've taken him home on Monday morning. So yeah, but it's my parents' house, so it's like I think that's another thing too, is that we haven't really been like alone together. And it's like I think being in his apartment is different. And I think too, like my past relationship, it was just like we kind of jumped into all of that. And
Hmm.
I was living in a city where I didn't know anyone, and I met him, and then he was there all the time, and we were together alone all the time. And so, yeah, I think I've just spent a lot of time wanting to ease into that. And now that we're getting closer to it, it's getting more real. I'm scared.
Yeah. I'm very proud of you for being able to identify those feelings and not just push them underneath the carpet. Like you, even though you're in a new relationship, there are still grooves in your own foundation from your old marriage that
Yeah.
you're going to keep seeing. Sometimes it might crack. However, you're in a such better position that you get to steer where you go and how you navigate and how fast you want to go. So like he can have a new apartment. You don't need move in immediately. You don't need
Hmm.
move in at all. He can still just have his own apartment and you can still keep dating him. And truly is no timeline. It's whatever makes you feel most comfortable. And just from you talking with me, it doesn't sound like that's something that's a good choice for you for right now.
Yeah.
And that's okay too, putting yourself first. He put himself first and he's doing phenomenal. Make sure you put yourself first and we can see how far you go too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's work on some of this anxiety though. Um, so you spent time with him at mom and dad's. That has its own issues because mom and dad are walking around, they're checking on in on you. When do you expect for him to be moving out of sober life or sober living, I mean?
He is moving this coming Monday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So here's just an idea. You can go and spend the weekend at his place, and that's it. There's no moving in, you're not packing up your stuff, you're not changing your life. You pack one bag. And eventually, if things go well and they're going the way you want, you can leave a toothbrush there. And then after that, if
I love
things
that.
keep going well, you could leave an extra t-shirt at his house. You jumped in head first with your marriage, and it's okay to take these steps before that.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? Am I kind of saying like am I kind of on the ball or not necessarily?
No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And I do think like the way you're describing it too, I think that will help actually. Like, um, just kind of get because I think the anticipation of it and of what it's going to be like and stuff and is it's like scaring me. But I feel like yeah, once I like spend the weekend with him and yeah, I just have like, my stuff there for the weekend and like it's actually happening. I feel like a lot of the uncertainty will be a little bit more resolved.
Yeah. And if you seem like you're a very structured person, if you want to have a plan for the weekend too, that's a great idea. Of being like, oh, on Saturday, I want to do this and we can make dinner. And then on Sunday, I want to make this for breakfast. And then, like, we can do this. And then I'm leaving because you're always
Hmm.
allowed to leave.
Yeah, that is a good idea. And I love a plan.
Yeah. Yeah. A plan is so good. Okay. So from here, hit the brakes on moving in.
Hmm.
What you need to reframe your mind is how will that first weekend go? And not
Yeah,
the anxiety of packing up, moving in, will it work out? But the fun anticipation of I get to be one on one with him, and
yeah,
hopefully you like him enough that like you want to be.
yeah.
Don't don't scare yourself just yet because this can, if you go slow and check in with yourself, just like how you're talking to me, I was like, Sam's nervous about moving in. Your name's not on the lease. Mm. It's gonna be, it has the potential of being really, really good as long as you take care of yourself. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a plan.
Okay, so am I going to be seeing you again before the sleepover or after the sleepover?
Probably after.
Okay, so you can acknowledge that you're going to come spend the weekend with them, be super excited. You're going to make a plan of fun activities to do so that you're not lost in the time. And then when it's time to leave, you just leave. And you can take all of your stuff with you because, again, you're not moving in. So everything you bring into
Yeah,
the house is everything you bring out of the house.
that's great. I love that. I'm writing it down.
Good. Okay. Yeah. So those are just some goals. I can't wait to touch base with you. I do think it'll go well. And if not, you have your car keys.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's always okay to leave.
yeah.
Yeah. Sam, phenomenal. Phenomenal as always. We have to start slowing down, but I will see you afterwards. And you got this. You really do. You've been working up to this, and he's been working up to this as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course, but have fun, okay?
Okay, I will. Yeah, I know I'm burying my excitement and anxiety.
Well, I can't wait till the next session where I just hear the excitement.
Yeah.
Or not. Whatever happens, come back to me. Can't wait to hear.
Sounds
All right,
good.
Sam. I'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.